by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers, it's Miller time, and the former Bellator MMA bantamweight champion Marcos Galvao in the red gloves, moving up to 145 to welcome UFC veteran Sam Sicilia to Bellator. Sicilia trying to snap a 3-fight losing streak.
And Sicilia, you can see the strength advantage so far against Galvao.
Galvao looking to run the pipe with that single leg.
To get this fight to the ground, he has phenomenal jiu-jitsu.
He does get the takedown on Sicilia. Galvao with just one submission win on his resume, 18-8 with one draw. But now working from the close guard of Sam Sicilia.
It's always been the thing about Galvao. He has great jiu-jitsu, but he tends to like to throw big punches rather than use it. But at 145, when he's the smaller guy, the punching power, there's going to be a big difference there. I think he needs to go to that kind of technique.
Galvao 8-5 in the Bellator MMA cage with 2 knockouts and the lone submission on his resume. Has had a trying year. Went on a holiday to his native Brazil, came home and found that his savings were cleared and cleaned out of the safe. Started a GoFundMe page. Nearly $30,000 has been raised for Galvao and his wife. I know that Jose Aldo even donated the proceeds from a day of sales at his burger shop in Brazil. Galvao working from Sicilia's close guard, but still able to deliver some ground and pound. Sicilia trying to shrimp his hips.
Yeah, he's got to keep that guard closed, work for the stall. He does not want Marcos Galvao getting dominant position on him. In Galvao's corner, Vitor Shaolin. Best jiu-jitsu fighters of all time, in my opinion. 3-time world champion.
By the way, that lone submission win for Galvao came when he won the bantamweight title March 2015 against Joe Warren, but it was in his first defense, which came 15 months later, that he lost the belt to Eduardo Dantes. And he is coming off a win against Emmanuel Sanchez at featherweight, so for the second fight in a row competing at 145.
Sanchez, obviously, he won that fight, but Sanchez is an absolute monster at 45, and Galvao was in it the entire time. He's got to watch out for these power strikes, though.
Left hook by Galvao, and Sicilia, who walks forward. Sicilia loves to stay in the pocket and throw bombs.
Here's the difference. When you're used to backing people off at 135, you're used to your power being the equalizer. That's not going to be the case against these bigger guys at 145.
Sicilia with a wrestling background. Really the classic wrestler boxer, loves to throw punches to set up his power double leg takedowns, but against Galvao, and you talk about Galvao's BJJ aptitude.
Just wants to stay on the feet and just throw the strikes. Land the big shots.
Counter right hand by Sicilia. There's 1-2 by Sicilia.
Those are power shots. He's not throwing any setup jabs. He's not pawing with the left hand. He just wants to throw a big shot.
Left kick blocked by Galvao. And, you know, I mentioned the modus operandi of Sicilia, but he did tell us that, you know, the fact he's in a new organization, knows that he's lost 3 in a row. He may be a little more patient, a little more methodical, and you know, it's, as was it the Raiders, Davis said, just win, baby.
Just win, baby. That's what matters. Read an interview, he talked about this being a new lease on his career. My last, you know, it's like my last fight, he says, I'd lost a gunfight, but I had bullets in my gun still. I didn't feel like I threw everything I had. Well, he's throwing everything he has now.
Yeah, against Gavin Tucker in his last fight. He did not throw a lot, and a 12-fight veteran of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and now looking to resurrect his career here in Bellator MMA, and he is facing a tough test in his first fight against the former champ, Marcos Galvao, who launches a knee.
Yeah, but the problem is that I think for Galvao's style matchup, he's facing a guy who likes throwing big, powerful punches. Galvao doesn't have the slickest takedown in the world. He's got to walk through some danger to get in close and get his takedown going. He's fighting a guy who's naturally a lot bigger, so I think style-wise, this matchup definitely favors Sicilia.
The exchange spinning back kicks down the stretch as we head to the second round.
In the seat, watch out. You see? You all right? Yeah. Perfect. That's all he's got right there. That's all he's got. He's showing you everything he's had, the knee, whatever. That's all he's got, man. When you lead, he's scared shitless. You know that, right? He's scared shitless. You'll get him. Keep the balance. Keep the balance when you lead. One more drink. Let's put him away this round.
Hey, do what you do, baby. You're looking good.
Sicilia, helped by UFC vet Michael Chiesa in his corner.
I can't have this snow up or
Referee Jaron Villel making sure that Marcos Galvao doesn't lead with his fingers open, or his hand open, or fist. And they touch gloves to begin round two. How'd you have it in the first 5 minutes, Jimmy?
10-9 Sicilia. I thought he controlled the striking, moved forward a lot, landed some big punches. Galvao briefly got the takedown, but couldn't really advance to great position with it.
The takedown defense by the wrestler Sicilia has already landed a couple of shots to Galvao's head here to kick off round number two.
That's a problem, is Galvao never had a really slick takedown.
Sicilia landing effective counter shots as well, leading with the right cross.
Sicilia's corner in between rounds said, put him away this round, you got him.
And he's throwing punches with intentions of putting Galvao away. Right uppercut, right hook. Oh, Galvao with that swimming elbow. Remember Anderson Silva and was it Tony Frickland?
Tony the Freak. Yeah.
In England.
Stuff. Yep.
Where we're going to be in a couple of weeks, my friend.
The problem is, I see on Galvao's side is he's never had the style to beat, bigger, stronger, more physical guys. He relies on his power punching ability. That's not going to be there at 145. One thing that doesn't really translate weight classes that often is punching power. The punch that drops a guy at 35 doesn't do it at 45. You have to change your style up a little bit. And so far, I don't see Galvao making those adjustments. He's fighting like he did at 35 against a much bigger guy.
Galvao's compatriot, Patricio Pitbull, the current Bellator MMA featherweight champion. Here in round two, now Galvao starting to come forward, but Sicilia maintaining his position, backing Galvao up.
It's one thing that I always, when I talk about people going up and changing weight classes, power punchers generally don't change weight classes well. Speed is always good, accuracy is always good. Those are tools you always need, but guys who can knock you out at 35 can't always do it at 45, definitely not at 55.
Left kick by Sicilia under the armpit of Galvao. Sicilia mixing up his attack.
He's been in a defensive mode this second round.
As we near the midpoint of the round and the fight. And Sicilia, so far, sticking to what he told us. He's going to bide his time, a little more methodical, a little more measured, Jimmy. But more effective than Galvao.
He's sticking with it, and why shouldn't he? It's been working so far. Galvao's hardly thrown any strikes in this second round. He's famous for that big overhand right and left hook. He loves throwing that combination together. We have not seen it.
Galvao made his pro debut in 2003 as his takedown attempt is once again stuffed by Sicilia.
Reaching takedowns, not going to work.
Competed in the Japanese Shudo promotion, also in the WEC before planting his flag here in Bellator MMA. Sicilia with the left hook that was caught by Galvao. Under 90 seconds left in the second round.
Close fist, gentlemen.
Sicilia feinting, trying to get Galvao to commit. Sicilia very comfortable with the counter strikes, landed the right hand and the right uppercut.
Caught his arm more than his chin, thankfully, for Galvao.
And Galvao did attempt to roll with
it. Yeah, he did.
Under a minute left in the round.
I haven't seen a way so far for Galvao to get back into this fight. He's got to somehow change it up.
Galvao lands the right hand, looking for that elbow. Of course, earlier tonight we saw Bolaños blasting a spinning back elbow to kick things off in scintillating fashion. Galvao runs the pipe, able to get Sicilia down, but Sicilia now in turtle position.
30 seconds left. I think Sicilia's in a position where he can hang out, maybe kill the rest of the round, still win it.
Back to his feet.
And once again, maybe 35 is able to hold that guy down. 45 is not going to happen.
We are through 10 minutes of action here in the Bellator MMA featherweight division.
Good work, man. Good work that round. Really simple. You just got to outwork him. Keep that body connected, outwork him. He's throwing basic combos. 3-10s, 2-9s. He's throwing basic combos. So you know what he's doing. You just got to outwork him, all right, buddy? You got to put 5 minutes in. You want to do it? 5 minutes in. You're good. Yeah, work. You can feel him ready to set up.
Watch. You shoot, right?
Highly decorated BJJ practitioner Victor Ribeiro in Galvao's corner.
Put your hands together as we go now to the third and final round.
Wait, Joe.
Bell and round 3, and it appears that Sicilia's camp content with him to just put on the hard hat, bring the lunch bucket to his Bellator MMA debut, Jimmy.
Yeah, I agree. I think he went hard for the finish early in round 2. Saw it wasn't going to happen easily.
Takedown lands for Galvao. That was one of Sicilia's strengths during his UFC tenure. And so far tonight it's been strong, but here in round 3 gets taken down immediately.
I think a quick start kind of caught him by surprise, but this is as good as it's going to get. Early in the round, you got him down early, plenty of time left to work, but Galvao has to get the pass to get something done here. Staying here and even winning the round in this position on my scorecard isn't enough.
Galvao working from Sicilia's close guard, peppering the body with the right hands. What's Sicilia's best path to escape?
First off, you got to stay tight. Does not want Marcos Galvao passing guard. It's worse staying here the whole round and just giving up the round rather than letting him pass and get down in position.
Cecilia pops back up to a vertical base. He's pinned along the fence by Galvao. Galvao looking to take the back.
Got a body lock.
Good
job.
Yeah, taking Sicilia down again. Now has the back. Has one of his hooks in, looking to put both hooks in on Sicilia. Sicilia has been submitted 4 times in his career.
Good job turning, using the fence. Galvao couldn't really follow him with his hips. Good pressure from the top of him. When we talk about that submission game, if you got it, now's the time to use it. Down 2 rounds to none. They are on the ground. Winning the round isn't enough.
Their body tattoos almost appear to be mirror images.
Yeah, it's
one's
like
got bigger
an
font.
entire chapter right there.
3 minutes left in Sam Sicilia's Bellator MMA debut. Former Bellator MMA bantamweight champion Marcos Galvao looking to get back on the winning track after a loss in a featherweight fight earlier this year.
Good pressure.
Yeah, Galvao
Good
wants
stuff
to
by Galvao.
move
He's
to
gotta pass.
side control, but still in the half guard.
This is where you don't want to be, is late in the 3rd round, your opponent's banked 2. All he has to do is see the bell at the end of the round for you to lose. really puts the pressure on Galvao because he needs to pass and submit.
You roll regularly, Jimmy.
Yes.
We know the usual suspects when it comes to submissions in MMA, the rear naked choke, the armbar, guillotine, so many. Are there, from this position, are there other submissions that are available that we don't see enough of?
A lot of leg locks and toe holds. Right from this position, you sit back and heel hook, you step over a knee bar, and ends up back in closed guard.
And of course, the devil's advocate will say then you do put yourself at risk as well.
But he has to take those risks now. Yeah, when you're behind, there's no choice.
Yeah. Under 2 minutes left in the third round.
The Brazilian style is position before submission, and the problem is when you're down, you just got to go for it wherever you are.
And again, Galvao trying to pass to side control, but Sicilia stingy in his defense, but Sicilia giving up his back again, looking for that standing switch.
Wrestling escape.
He creates distance with 1.5 minutes left in the fight.
Popped right to his feet, wrist control.
And he just popped Galvao with the right hand. And I get the feeling that Marcos Galvao really wants to land that elbow.
Yep.
It's not even really a spinning one. It's kind of that swimming Muay Thai.
The problem is that he's given up that strike more than once. Sicilia's ready for it. He knows it's coming. That's a surprise shot.
Under 1 minute left in the bout. Lead right hand connects for Sam Sicilia. Catapult right connected for Galvao.
Sicilia right now is in a position he can just dance, give up a 10-9 round, no big deal. He's got this fight.
No sense of urgency on the part of Marcos Galvao. And again, we talked about, well, looking for the takedown. He secures it momentarily, but beautiful sprawl by Sicilia, who now has Galvao on his back.
He's being aggressive. He's not concerned about the submission attack. He's staying right on him. And lets him up. Oh, doesn't let him up. I thought he was going to step off there for a second.
So Sam Sicilia joining Bellator MMA, looking for a new lease on his career, trying to snap a 3-fight losing streak. Looks like he's done it here tonight against Marcos Galvao.
Good job, guys. Good technical fight, gentlemen. Good technical fight. Very technical.
And the referee congratulating them on what was a good technical fight. And Jimmy, I have to ask, so how do you have it after 15 minutes, my man?
I'd say
Clean sweep?
Clean sweep or 2 rounds to 1
Okay.
in that third round. Galvao did take him out and kept him on his back a lot of time, got good position. I'm willing to give him the third round 10-9, but I think that's academic. First 2 rounds.
It's the holiday
It's the
season.
giving spirit.
It's the better to give than to receive. As they say, there's Vitor Ribeiro, and what a resume he had in his career. Now, teacher,